And we are Thursday Night Live. Woohoo! Salute, boys. What's everybody up to tonight? Or this evening for some? Ted, what's going on, buddy? How's your shit spreader? Excuse me. I burped and the camera went out of focus. Haven't touched it. Been busy then. What? Whew. Oh. So what do you guys think? Spring? Just too cold to haul poo. Yeah, we're running into the same issue here. Like I said, I dug into the pile the other day with a skid steer, and it was just coming out in big chunks. And my little 1177 Gale, I don't think it would handle those big chunks. So, your frost, 4 foot deep, right now. Actually, the frost ain't bad at all. Exposed areas, I would imagine it's about a foot. But anything underneath the snow, very minimal. An inch or two, if that. Mighty Mo, you look like you're cold. Well, it's a little cold. I usually do lives out in the barn. It's just easier. Everybody's kind of doing their thing in the house. The boys are getting ready for bed. My wife, she's catching up on some of her shows she's got DVR'd, and I don't know, she might be doing some homework, I think. So, yes, I got my beer. And I got my cooler. So I am all prepared to chit-chat with you guys. Ted says no on the spring. Okay, so you guys kind of understood where I was coming from, though. Basically, we're showing an upward trend. Most forecasts you can get up to a 15-day that's somewhat accurate, and in that 15-day for us, we're not supposed to really drop other than the nights. The days are supposed to be in the 30s, 40s, 50s. I mean, it's scattered. It's an up and down roller coaster. But these snowstorms, Brad posted on Instagram. He was showing his weather page, and you guys are going to get pounded again. So all I'm thinking is that once it gets to Lake Erie, either it's diverting south of us or it's diverting north of us. Yeah, we are supposed to get a chance of snow Monday and Tuesday, but an inch or two, they said. Just a dusting. I'm just excited, guys. It's I think maybe looking at the long range. We were talking at work. I was talking with my boss. Hopefully, within the next 3 to 4 weeks, can go back on a normal shift. Work 6 to 2:30 until we decide to do our 410s, and then we work 6 to 4:30, and then we get Friday off. What state are you in? I am in New York, Western New York. We're in Chautauqua County. We are the southern western tip of New York. Jordan, what's going on, buddy? Did you go out and get your fence supplies? Tell you what, when Brad posted that video, I was excited, and I was so busy that day. Usually, I can, I'm doing something where I can just turn the phone on and listen to it. And I tried watching that video 4 times, and finally, I got home. That was the first thing I did was sat down for 20 minutes and watched that video. Uh, that helped out a lot. I already looked up on online and what I need, and I went to the feed mill today to see if they had those fence posts. They don't carry them there, so I'll have to go somewhere else. But that's exactly what I was going to do. But to hear it from somebody with a little bit of or a lot of experience, Brad, if you're listening, yes, I didn't mean a little bit. Kicking with Karen. Hello, good evening. How's it going? Welcome to the live stream. It's going to be a process, but I plan on buying stuff more. OBC? What does OBC mean? Damn cucumber. I think I just seen Tom Jones. Hey, Tom, what's going on? Did OBC mean before? Once. Fat fingers. Yeah, I know. I need one of those keyboards on my phone that are like this big. I got the same trouble. And it's easier just to send it than fix it. Oh. No, just happy, guys. That's all. I'm ready for winter to be done, and they're showing signs of it here not too long. So I got the cat crawling up my back. What the frick? Drinking a Budweiser and hanging with you guys. I can't drink that high test. I've had it a couple times. I probably had a 12 pack in the last, let's see, I've been legal to drink for, damn it, I can't even think how long. 18 years. No, 17 years. I think I probably had a 12 pack of Budweiser. I don't know, I've always been a light guy, but I've mixed it throughout the past. I used to drink Bud Light a lot. And then Busch Light is a lot cheaper. We can go to our Save-A-Lot. I don't know if you guys have Save-A-Lots out west. And I can get a 30-pack for $13.99. And that's a good time for $14. Next week we're supposed to warm up with lots of ice in the forecast. Yeah, we're showing a little bit of freezing rain next week, one day, I think. But probably just a little brief stunt. That damn cat! Cut it out! Ugh. Anybody want a cat? $40 for a 24? $40 for a 24? Mighty Mo, though, right? I think you're in Canada. Rocky Run. What's going on, Breton? Yes, you are in Canada. You guys got good beer in Canada, though. We used to have some guys that would come up here and hunt from Buffalo. But they also had a big hunting camp somewhere up in Canada. And the one old guy, his name, we called him Pa. And Pa would always bring us a couple cases of a Canadian Bud Light. And it was a lot more high test. I liked it than what our Bud Light is here in the U.S. Oh, yeah, Save-A-Lot. We got them, too. Yes, I love Save-A-Lot. You get some pretty good stuff pretty cheap. It's one of my more favorite stores to shop. That and Wegmans. My wife laughs at me because it's Wegmans, but I call it Wagmans. But everything's doing good. Oh, yeah. Your beer is like water. Yep. That's why I can drink two and not have to stagger to the house. Oh, Tom? Is that Tom? I think so. Tom, good evening, sir. How's it going? So what's the weather in North Dakota, Tom? Okay, let's see how many times that can happen tonight. I don't know if it's due to the cold weather or what the hell it is. Sorry, guys. I keep putting my hand in front of the camera. Yes, we drank milk too, but it's nice to switch over once in a while. I don't seem to get the same effects from milk as I do this. Seth, how's it going, buddy? SLC, Brian, what's going on? Farm All Fanatics in the house. Boom! Last year we got snow April 17th. I think you're absolutely right. I think the guys were talking about it this morning when I got into work. We plowed quite a few days in March, and we plowed almost 2 weeks in April. So, hopefully we don't see snow April 17th. Let's see. John Stevens. John Stevens, good evening. I think this is the first time you've been here. Oh, welcome. Nice to have you here, buddy. We ain't going to be eating any cow shit, though, tonight. I saw that on, I think it was Facebook. And I thought you had just posted a new video, so I was watching it. And I was rolling. I was absolutely rolling. That was hilarious. Was blind. Hello, how's it going? Ralph's Trucking and More. Ralph, how you feeling, buddy? H Turbo just got here. What beer are you drinking? Busch Light. Ralph, he says he's near Brian. It's nice warm weather here. Yeah, I know. That's the benefit of you guys that live down south. You get some nice warm weather during this crappy time of year that we're getting shit weather. Oh, well. Like I said, I choose to live here. I could pack up, put a for sale sign out there if I wanted to, and relocate, find a new job. My wife find a new job, try to transport all these animals, yet alone trying to find a farm or something down there that would be feasible for what I want to do. And if it ever did happen, it would probably be either Tennessee or North Carolina. It's just two of the states that I absolutely love. Absolutely gorgeous down there. But property's so dang expensive. Last year we had a foot or more April 26th. A foot. Well, let's hope it's not like that, guys. We've had enough winter. Don't jinx us, Farm All. Snow. What's that? Snow, what's that? Well, you got plenty of it. Go outside and roll around in it. Make a couple snow angels. Brad. Teddy P. What's going on, man? You weren't mad at me. I wasn't rubbing it in that we're getting some nice weather over the weekend while you're getting shit on again. Don't be mad. I was not rubbing it in. I'm just happy. We're getting a nice weekend finally. See, I love this. Look at everybody's saying hi to each other. That's, love these chats, guys. These are awesome. And that's the way these chats are going to stay. But I'd have to. I said it was more like it was like a big coffee table. Everybody gets around the coffee table in the morning and tells their stories and chit chats and bullshits a little bit. But it don't feel like a coffee table. So let's call it a really long, elongated bar or a horseshoe bar. It's a big horseshoe bar. Seth, I just got 15 chickens. I want to sell eggs when they start laying and hatching eggs. 15 chickens. Seth, that's funny you say that. I think that's what we're doing this weekend. I went to Tractor Supply this weekend. I had to get some stuff for the calves. I wanted to get a couple buckets so when we start bucket feeding them. And Tractor Supply had their chicks. I was going to mass order them from my local feed mill. They do spring orders, but they're 15 minimum. And basically, I want to get a couple different varieties of birds. So I think it'd just be easier just to go buy a couple individual chicks. The only bad thing is most of the litters that they have aren't sexed. So, I keep my fingers crossed that I get a couple hens in with what I buy. But we're going to get chickens back on the farm. I'm actually going to go down to my dad's house tomorrow, and I believe that's where our brood box is. We built one of those homemade brood boxes with a heat lamp and get that set up. And I think I'm going to set it in that stall behind us over there and get a couple chickens. What the hell are they doing? I'm going to flip you guys around. Say hi to Nitro. No, no clue. It looks like D's gonna lay on top of Nitro. See, maybe that's what I got to do. When I did that, oh, hey, what's going on? Life's better. So far, dinner's still in. Ralph, I hope you feel better, though, man. That's got to be hell, especially if you're on the road right now, being stuck in a truck. Live streams are hard. Most are past my bedtime. Oh. I don't know. Is this a good time for everybody? Because, once I get done with my shifts and stuff, I could switch my lives to 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. I don't know if that'd be easier. I mean, that puts some of you guys at 6:30, 5:30. Right now, for down here, it's cold. Was blind. We're going to get tornadoes Saturday. Whew. Tornadoes. I see tornado season started up. You should do video with Farmall. I would love to do a video with Farmall. He's a character. I love watching his lives. I love watching his videos. He's full of spunk energy. I think that would be fun. And I really like to go to that auction that he was talking about going to this weekend. But I'm actually going to do a couple things around here. And then I think I'm going to take the kids skiing. They got some passes for snowboard lessons or whatever. So, hey, Ted, could you imagine moving from Arizona to the frozen north? I don't know. So that's what they're doing. I mean, Arizona looks kind of neat. It just, from watching their videos and stuff like that, I don't know if that would appeal to me. A bunch of cactuses, and I drink Coors Light. I'm ready for spring. Yeah, I'm probably so behind on these comments. Heaven's Gates, Cherry Farm. Hey, thank you for stopping in. Mingle. Lots of people in here. Really good guys. Supposed to get 8 to 12 Saturday. Oh, yippee. That sucks. Sorry, guys. Ted, you in the cow barn? Yeah, Brian, I'm in the cow barn. This is normally where I do my lives. It's just easier to be away from my wife, and she does her thing, and the kids are doing their thing, getting ready for bed. Ag Wild, hey, what's going on? Not much, just having a really good time, drinking a beer. Farmall, did you get your H yet? If it wasn't for the border, I'd be south. Ted, you should have Farmall visit and clean cow poop. Just catching up. I don't know how far behind I am. Right, got 6 heifers in the barn. Yeah, you're getting ready to start calving, aren't you, Tom? Well, get 3 different batches of 15. Everybody's calving. All right, I got a really quick question for you guys. I noticed a lot of you guys are all calving right now. I wait for April, sometime in early April. Why do you guys choose to calve in February and March? Is it due to them being bigger by the fall if you guys send them to feeder sales? I'm just curious. Needless to say, we will have rideable snow in April. Needless to say, we will have rideable snow in April. John, you ride a snowmobile. We got 2 heifers with live calves and 2 heifers with live ones. Sorry about that. That sucks. What's blind? Is Nitro okay? Yes, Nitro is just his bottle hit him. I don't know if the boys snuck a little bit of something in there. I should be close to seeding oats, but that don't look like it's gonna happen for a while. So basically, this weather is really putting a lot of you guys behind on things. All right, nothing you can do about that ag. Big snow coming, and I have a couple cows that look like they could calve, probably during the storm. Well, good luck. Brad, you take the best care of your cows, so I know everything's going to be going good. If you go earlier, you're going to lose me. Pretty much work till dark every night, and here, shorty, and pretty late before dark. That's kind of what I figured. I might even up it, a little bit. Maybe we'll do it at 9 once it starts getting towards summer. Does it get cold there or just not for profit? Kane Sample, sorry. Kane Sample. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for stopping in. All right, I am way behind. All right, we're gonna. Oh, I'm not that far behind. John Stevens, August calves should better every year. I would like fall calving, so they are on mama during the winter, and when pasture is ready in the spring, they are ready for back grounding. The only thing that I've noticed, and tell me if I'm wrong, is I've had oddball years. We'd never had a strategic, stringent program when we were having calves until the last 2 years. We were able to have them all in April and the beginning of May. And so we were able to sell them during the feeder sales. But before, we were having them all times a year. It was a freak show. And I noticed that they just don't gain weight in the winter. They don't put on the pounds. And I mean, is that a normal thing for a growing heifer or steer? We would calve in April, only 21 cows, so it's not a big deal. My mom likes to do the checking. I prefer April just because it's 50-50 chance you're out of the cold in the snow. This year is really hard to gain weight. We still have all hours. Yeah, it's like my steer, number 11 there, Snowball, that fell on the round bale feeder. He's gotten a little bit bigger, but he ain't gotten that big. And then I have she's going to be 2 years old in June, summer, number 12. And she, I'm actually a little worried because I don't think she's bred. I hope not, because she did not fill out like I thought she would. She's still a smaller animal, and hopefully, knock on wood, that she's not bred. We calve year round. Yeah, dairy's calve year round. Do you watch Lonely Farmer? He's in New Jersey. Yeah, I watch OLF. He's pretty interesting, to say the least. I am cow calf to finish, so it's easier to finish cattle during the summer versus winter. So you raise your calves then to finish, Brad. I guess I didn't realize that. I didn't know if you sent feeders. I don't think I could keep over 10 animals and raise them to finish. I don't have the resources to be doing something like that. Like I said, it's just easier to let them be out onto the pasture with their moms all summer long and get them out of here when they're about 500 pounds. Most of mine go straight to the butcher shop. Need higher protein hay to gain weight in the winter. Yeah, that's why I really, Ted, you finish yours too. Well, corn's out of the question. We don't have the equipment and stuff to do that. I could probably go to a local dairy, and there's a couple big ones just right down the road, about a mile, and I could probably go grab a couple buckets with the Kubota of their corn silage, and he'd probably give it to me at a really reasonable price. But I don't know. It's for us. It's just easier for me. That's when I look forward to my paycheck. That's our farm income for the year. For those who calve in the spring, when do you guys wean your calves? Oh, me in general. We usually bring the girls and everybody back over here from the main pastures over there in mid-October, early October, depending on how the grass is over there. And at that process, they'll get weaned then. And that's usually, I'm able to hit the fall feeder sale. I think it's like the first week in November. Just find a local farmer to buy some shell corn from and have a little bulk bin to store it in. Shelled corn. Never even thought of that, to be honest with you. I don't know if you shelled corn. Obviously, you mean from the combine shelled. There's not a lot of that going on around here. I would say 80% of any of the corn that's harvested around here is harvested for silage. I don't know why there isn't a lot of shelled corn or soybeans is starting to make its way back. I'm starting to see more and more soybean fields put up, but in this market, you can buy corn a lot cheaper than growing it. October, November. Farmer Tyler Ranch. What's up, Tyler? What's going on, buddy? Are you sitting on your eggs? That's one of the project I've always wanted to do. That's pretty neat. We actually had that happen once. Somebody dropped off a Banty chicken, and for some reason, as soon as they were done laying in their buckets, that Banty would just lay on eggs all day long, and that's what she did. So we let, I think it was like 8 or 7 eggs we let accumulate, and she laid on them, and 6 of them hatched, and we had some of the weirdest looking chickens, but man, we got a beautiful rooster out of that. My brother uses ear corn to finish steers. Thanks, guys. I've waited until late December to wean, and I think it's hurting me. Planning to wean in October this year. Yeah, usually everybody here is off the teat in late October, early October, depending on what the pastures do here. Because it's much easier once everybody gets over here. I can separate the calves for 3 weeks. Pretty easy. That steer, are you intending him to be in your freezer? Yes, Ted. He is my freezer. Any good suggestions? Basically, just been graining them with 18%. Well, right now he's getting just economy beef, which is 14%. But once the girls go over here, that steer's staying here. My bulls are staying over here until the bulls go over in the last week of July. So, and these two guys, Nitro and Big D, are going to stay over here. And they're going to get extra special attention. Let's see. Northern Wisconsin farming. Pretty amazing how little these colored need to put on weight, protein, energy, GN. I like doing that October 1st, then castrate. That's right. You wait. These guys are gonna get nutted here next week. That's me and my wife's task. That's usually mine and hers job when we start having calves. Usually let them go for about 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks, and then I run out there and tackle them. And she runs in there with the bander and lets it go. All right. Feeding him the same as cows, it will take a long time to get to grow. Yes, and I guess I probably, if I wanted to, I could put him in a stall by himself. And I could be pumping it to him. But I'm hoping, Ted, because like I said, these girls are going to be going over there at least by Memorial Weekend for sure. Sometime in middle of May, hopefully. And then I'll have these guys over here and I can really start pounding the feed to them. He said teat. Needs energy, not protein. I mean, once I have to start feeding hay. I notice if I feed them all together, the cows take too much from the calves when they're separating. I control what's going on. PTO wannabe. I didn't realize you were in the house. Hey, how's it going? Creep feeders, those are kind of neat. That's definitely one thing you don't see around here. Like I said, you don't really see hardly any big beef operations whatsoever. Not like you guys have out west. That's just not a common practice around here. Just a lot of really, really big dairy farms and a lot of little people like me. Yeah, there's people that have 30, 40, 50, 60 cows, beef cows, some. But there's a lot of little hobbyists like me. Tech killer. How much more energy is in straight shell corn versus silage? Okay, I'm interested in that. Hey, Northern. Don't your steers get staggy? What's staggy mean? Tom, what does staggy mean? I think you're right, Tyler. A few times helps. Silage is like 48. Yeah, see here, these numbers and abbreviations. They can help me out. So you need to get 62 megs. Call diet to finish. I don't understand the Meg thing. Yeah, me neither, Brad. Who's Meg? Good. It took me a while to catch up on. I'm still trying to catch up. I've been scrolling through the comments, and I get on a comment, and I ramble. Jackie, what's going on, buddy? Gerald Farms is in the house. No Tom. They look like bulls sometimes when they get. Oh. Hey, we're caught up. All females have meg ratings, energy ratings, feed. There's maintenance mag, lactating mag, and gain mag. See, I wish I would have paid attention when I worked at the feed mill. I would have learned a lot of this crap. Creep feed test video series. Absolutely. And T, if you don't have a creep feeder, you're the man that can build one, and it'll probably look awesome. Tom, ideally 3 to 5 months old would be the best time to castrate, but I wait until all the flies are dead. So am I doing wrong by banding these guys after 4 weeks? It's just something that we've always done. Nobody's ever told me any different. I need to get my feed sampling video done so I can try to explain. Yeah, would you do that? Because I'm really kind of interested. Like I said, I mean, he's going in my freezer. These guys are going to go in somebody's freezer. And I'm going to try selling them outright. I'm possibly thinking of just doing a little bit of 3 to 4 animals a year where you can have personal sales. I think maybe there's a little more money in it, but I also want to have a good product out there. I don't want to, sell beef to somebody and say it's good when it's just crap. So things I want to learn from you guys are how to get cheap cash. No. Steer's been on 62 since December. Haha, thanks, Ted. No, seriously, if you're the guy to build a creep feeder, I mean that's your forte, man. I'm sure that thing will look beautiful. I still looking in the mail. I'm waiting for UPS to drop off that squeeze chute. I haven't seen it yet. That's the other thing too, guys. I know most of you guys are well within 10 to 17 hours from where I am, but I am seriously in the market for a cheap head gate. I've been looking. Like I said, it's not that I'm a tightwad, but I can only spend so much money here. I still have bills to pay and everything else, and this is a money pit. But I am seriously, seriously trying to find a head gate. I know what I'm going to do now, but I want to get it done as soon as possible. And a head gate right now, price wise, is going to fit me the best. A squeeze chute would be the best, but I can't drop that kind of money. Not right now. Nothing wrong with banding, but studies have shown that waiting to castrate is like implanting. I have mixed thoughts on that. All right, 57 up. Ted Killer. That's what Dad preaches to me. Banned at birth and use 2 Cheerios. 2 Cheerios. Not just one. Now, see, like I said, I don't ban at birth. I don't know. My wife, my wife's got some knowledge, and like I said, she grew up on the dairy farm her whole life. So, and she tells me to wait till their balls drop. So we have just always waited 4 weeks. Few days first. How long before the chickens hatch? Yes, good question. I think it's like only 20 some days, isn't it, Tyler? We only use one ban, and as long as they are dry, we ban them. If we waited, we would have a mess. There are days where 30 calves in one day. I can understand that. For a bigger operation, and then you got animals running all over God's creation. Here, it's kind of easy for us to grab 1 out of 10 calves that we have, or hopefully 12 this year. Snag them up after a couple weeks. Whew, my chair's getting a little cold though. Jackie, you're a tightwad. No, Jackie, I'm a tightwad. Jackie, that 1486 is a beautiful tractor. It's a shame. It's been sitting there all winter long. I cringe every time I ride by it because there's doors. I looked a little harder after I got done videoing it, and the doors are wide open on it. The back door is open on it, and the passenger side window is wide open. Why? I have no clue. It's got good rubber on the back. It might be dry rotted. Front, I don't know. I was really thinking about walking out there and just looking at it. And actually, what I should do is go talk to the guy. I know the guy that owns it and ask what the deal is. Obviously, there's something wrong with it. Give shots, ban ear tags as soon as they are dry is what we do. Okay, Ted, so you actually vaccinate your calves instantly. Like with these guys here. These guys are going to be 3 weeks old this Sunday. And then I'm going to get whatever I need. I'm going to stop at the local vet and tell them what I got going on, and I'm going to vaccinate these 2. These will be the first 2 animals vaccinated on Pew View Farms. And hopefully it's the upward trend. Ted, I'd build you one, but it would cost a fortune to ship. Yeah, I know. Uses big bands. I've seen big banders. I bought a headlock for $600 new. Yeah, and then if you guys watched Brenton's video, Rocky Run Angus Hill Ranch. No, not Hill. Rocky Run Angus Ranch. He bought one from Tractor Supply, and I think he said it was just about $600. No, that ain't bad. I'll be honest, I'm looking to spend like $200-300. Yes, Ted, I've been checking Craigslist daily. Marketplace. Lots of guys got brand new ones on there, and I mean, I could go buy a brand new one, but because really because me and Dan, my buddy from the Overland Farm, which I'm surprised because I believe he's home tonight. Usually he sneaks on up in. Me and Dan talked, and we did find it was a Tartar squeeze chute, and the Amish quoted me $1,700. It's got the automatic head gate on it, but the only thing about that one that's $1,700 is the poundage, the weight that it can handle. Like, I don't think I'd be able to put big bowl through it. Knife cuts get premium at all sale barns around here. I'll be honest with you. I don't think it makes my might. Any of the sales that I've ever been to, I never hear the auctioneer say that they've been banded, been cut. You know, unless the buyer had already been out there looking at what he was going to buy previous, to bidding. No, I've never heard anybody at sale mention how they were steered. Banks are full of money. Just ask for some. Yeah, I thought about it. I am actually contemplating and going to Farm Credit tomorrow. For what? I don't know. Because I stopped at the USDA 2 days ago and just talked to them. And actually, I got a lot of really good information from them. There's a lot of programs out there that I didn't realize about. And so I talked to a nice woman from there. And basically, the way the USDA works is they won't give you money until you basically get rejected from everybody else. So they are a last resort. And when you go to the USDA, you have to have proof that you've been rejected by at least 3 banks. Here too, buyers ask if they're banded. So buyers do ask there. Yeah, around here, I've never heard. I checked the other day. A Powder River head gate is near $1,000. 20 we start to fish hatch eggs. Fort M Ranch. Hey, what's going on? Thanks for stopping in. I think this is the first time you've been here too. Welcome. John, the banks like to get it back. Yeah, the banks do like to get it back. They get it back one way or another, that's for sure. Actually, it's parked on a hill, Jackie. So if we park your trailer at the bottom of the hill, put the tractor in neutral, and I'll steer it, you push. And we should be able to get enough momentum to get it up on some ramps. And they probably never even notice because the way that they take care of their equipment, it's a shame. And I'm sure, even what would an overhaul on something like that cost? Engine overhaul, if that's what it was. Because that tractor has got to have 1486. That's got to be at least, 130, 140 horsepower? It's a beefy, beefy looking tractor. Ted, I'll sell you my chute. Well, how much you want, Brad? How you doing, 4M? That's cool to see new people here on the live. Awesome. All right. Farmer, I've been here in 2 months. I take advantage of free testosterone. John Stevens, I am located in Western New York. We are at the western southern tip of New York State. We are far, far away from New York City. If I had my way, I'd have nothing to do with New York City. So when I say New York, I do not mean New York City. $670 for that head gate. It's common at auctions. Interest rates are very reasonable, though. Yeah, I've thought about it. Because as of to date, basically, there's no money owed here. Basically, the equipment, everything's paid for. You know, barns have been built. 90% of this barn was built right out of the woods. Like, we cut down the hemlock, the boards, and I took them to the Amish. They milled everything. Um, so I just didn't want to get into having a payment of what I was doing here. But I would like to do a lot of things. So it's either time or just see if I can get some extra money and do it all in 1 year. You can still buy crate motors for the 1486. You guys left New York State in 1830. Wise choice. $1,000 for the shoot, but you gotta haul it. Brad, let me think about that honestly. You ever went to New York City? Yes, I went there on my senior trip. 20 years ago. This is my 20th year. Yeah, we went to New York City and Washington, D.C. And what a treat that was, huh, Ted? I don't know how you feel. I hate admitting I'm from California. Yeah, New York City. You got that right, John. You have two shoots. Brad, would you do me a favor and maybe send me a picture of it? When I was in the Army, never met anyone from New York City. Yeah, you don't see usually anybody around here from New York. It was, I don't know, 10 foot long, and it come with panels, swing on things, and then you swing it. I don't know what they're called, but it was well used. I seen it on Craigslist. It was kind of local, $4,000. Pretty neat seed. Yes. Heartstrong Farm. You in upstate New York? No, downstate New York. Ugh, not New York City. Let me explain myself. We are southern western tip of New York. We are right along Lake Erie. I am 20 minutes from the PA border, and I am 30 some minutes from the Ohio border. Crowd tub, yes, crowd tub. 4,000 is a good price if it has a chute on it. Yes, it's got the chute scale crowd tub, and they wanted $4,000 for everything. But like I said, it was used and abused. Wife is abusing me. I have to go. I'm bruised in the next video. John, thank you for stopping in. It was a pleasure. Hey, John, you need it. Oh, he's a good guy. I like his videos. I always get a good chuckle out of his videos. That's a good way to show it. Anybody dry enough to plant any cover crops? No. That's a new name for it. Dry right now. Dry right now to plant cover crop? Still mud. T's got mud, but it's warm. T, I want to see how that hayfield looks too. I'm trying to think who pointed out. Oh, it was Ralph, and it was. If you guys watched that video that I posted, it was my not this last one, but the one before that. Supposedly at minute 3:24, one of the girls was doing her morning urinating, and I had a couple people ask me if I was taking a piss. It wasn't me, but as I watched the video, it sounded like it and it looked like it, so I was chuckling. Still snow here and more on the way. It's warm. It's supposed to be 70 next week. Plant some. We could be over 90 inches of snow by Sunday, so no planting here. How long do you think it's going to take to melt that? Brad, how much snow do you physically have right now? Are you over 4 foot? I'd settle for 20 and no snow and no wind. How much are you supposed to get, Brad? I did throw some clover in a thin spot in the hayfield, frozen ground, and got some snow on it today. To open the spillway gates in the Pacific. And more snow to come down. It's packed down to about waist height, but we are at 81 inches. It's packed down. Holy shit. Happy plow 4 foot. What does that mean? Mighty Mo. Happy plow 4 foot. We're online on 4668 based on certainty according to the National Weather Service. So basically, you guys are right in line that same storm. Like I said, it's showing that storm is going to move north of us. Lots to push. Yep. We had a half-inch of frost this morning. A half-inch of frost? Wow, that's thick. We finally got the snowblower on. Sick of trying to push snow. Yeah, snowblower is really handy. The one on the Kubota has been on and off this year because I ain't done a whole lot. Because like I was telling you guys, this is not a normal winter for us. And normally we're seeing conditions like you guys kind of are, and we're not this year. It's been elongated amounts of snow, but we've constantly been getting the thaw cycles. So like I said, we'll get up to 14 to 16 inches, but within 2 days, it gets so freaking warm, it thaws, it melts. What are you doing your live stream on? I tried doing one a few weeks back, but couldn't get it to work. 4M, I'm doing my live stream on my Galaxy phone. I do everything and anything that you guys see on YouTube on my channel with this phone. It's the S8. I do know the first time I ever did a live stream, it wouldn't let me. It took 24 hours for it to download. But once you do that, you should be able to. As long as you got good connection. These lives are done on the phone. Snow piles just leaks in our yard. Jackie got about an inch of snow Tuesday. They were about ready to declare a state of emergency in South Carolina, but they figured they'll wait and see if it melted the next day. Did you get your roof load light? Oh, Brad. That's what I forgot to ask John. Did anybody find out if John was able to get those rafters fixed that snapped? in case I need to haul piles of snow. I got some of it. Well, enough that shit goes down. I can show the insurance company that I tried. But yeah, 4M basically for a phone that I've already paid for. Right now, I can't see getting the camera, and I think this does just as good of a job. I like the quality of it. I'm really, really looking forward to. I see the Samsung's coming out with the S10, and this phone I only have 2 more months on, and I own it free and square. And they're running some really good deals on the new phones. My contract's up basically, so I get to keep this phone and I get to get a new one. Mark Cornell, that was thing the same on John Shed. Yeah, Mark, did you see John? He had some rafters that snapped due to the weight load that was on the roof. Looks like they were 2x10s, and they crushed right by the collar ties, which normally that's where it would happen because that's where a lot of the pressure is. But it also snapped the girts on the side of the wall. You can see where the wall was buckled out, the steel was, and snapped the girts. And I tell you what, to take a 2x4 and snap it on edge, so I'll take a 2x10 and snap it on edge like that. That's a lot of weight and a lot of force. That's crazy. The pixels are nice. Yes, like I said, I'm really happy with. Did he do a follow-up? No, I don't think he did a follow-up video. I haven't seen it today. I've been looking for it because he said he was going to go up with a. Sound like he was going to put a snow blower up there and get some more of the snow off. And I see some people suggested trying to scab some stuff on there, and I should have commented. Believe it or not, and I'm sure you guys already all know, you can take pieces of plywood if they're put in the right direction, because plywood's granular, and you can make gussets. And as long as you nail it every 3 inches square, that is actually one of the strongest gussets that you can put and build. A lot of homemade rafters we've done are built that way with plywood gussets. As long as you cut the plywood correctly and nail it correctly, I think it's every 3 inches you put a nail in it, and it ain't going nowhere. So a lot of times you can fix rafters that way too. Floor joists are made from OSB also. Yes, actually the in my house, the floor joists slash ceiling joists for my second story are those I-beams. They're the plywood laminated beams. It's just 3/4 inch plywood in the center, and it's just laminated material on top and bottom. Their eyes there. You have pre-punch outs for all your electrical, and you can also get those up to 80 some feet clear span. Yes, you can put those in and you can clear span them 80 some feet. So I know a lot of people at one time were using those for rafters. But yeah, we spanned ours 32 feet because when I built that, it was originally a garage downstairs, and I did not want no poles. I did not want no beams holding anything up. So I spent the extra money and bought those joists. The rafters in my cabin, we put plywood on the joints. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people, well, maybe not, I don't know. But yeah, I've learned plywood is really, really strong. I don't know anything about building out of wood. My main building material is oil field pipe. You can do a lot out of wood if you do it correctly. It's amazing, but tell you what, you can hold a lot up with plywood if you do it right. If you guys look right back there, see that cat? That ain't one of my cats. It isn't. Pecker. That's the cat that's been popping up on my live streams every time I'm down here. Well, guys, I think I've hit my limit for the night. I'm going to finish my beer. And we are going to skedoodle. Ted the other guy, do you even have trees there? Jackie, thanks for stopping in, buddy. Have a good night. Hey, good luck on that tractor tomorrow. Make sure you do something on that. Really curious. And I'd like if you can get some pictures of it or something. Post them. Have a good night, all. Brenton, have a good night, buddy. I'll make a vid. Good, yeah, make a vid on it because I'm really curious. I hope it all works out for you, and I hope it's everything you are going to dream about tonight. Nice talking to everyone again. Take care. And stay warm. Tom, thanks for coming. Mark, thank you for coming. Seth, thank you. Mighty Mo, thank you for stopping in. Everybody, thank you guys. Been a blast as always. And I'm probably going to be talking to you guys one way or another this weekend. So. BTO, thank you for stopping in. Ted, thank you. Ted's and Ted's Excellent Adventures. Brad, have a good night. Stay safe. Brad, I hope that storm just kind of diminishes before it gets to any of you guys. Like I said, I feel bad. But it's going to be warm here, though. Tyler, see you guys. All right, I'm out.